For over 4,500 years, the Great Pyramid of Giza has stood unchallenged, towering above the desert as a symbol of ancient engineering brilliance and unsolved mystery. Carved from more than 2 million limestone blocks and weighing over 6 million tons, it has captivated archaeologists, scientists, and adventurers for centuries. But in recent years, something extraordinary happened. A team of international researchers, armed with cutting-edge particle physics, made a discovery that stunned the world. Hidden within the pyramid's massive stone body, touched by time and unseen by human eyes, was a secret chamber of void, a tunnel, a passageway lost in time. This isn't fiction, it's real science. And it may just be the key to rewriting what we thought we knew about the ancient world. The Pyramid of Khufu, also known as the Great Pyramid, is the last surviving wonder of the ancient world. Completed around 2560 BCE, it was originally over 146 meters tall. It was the tallest man-made structure on Earth for more than 3,800 years. Despite centuries of study, most of its internal layout remains unknown. While tomb robbers, explorers, and scientists have searched its halls and crevices for centuries, the core of the pyramid, especially the space above the Grand Gallery, remained silent. No new internal discoveries had been made since the 1800s. That is, until 2015. In 2015, an ambitious team of scientists launched the ScanPyramids project. Their goal? To use non-invasive techniques to peer inside the Great Pyramid. No drilling, no destruction, just pure technology and physics. They turned to an unlikely tool, cosmic ray muon detection. These tiny subatomic particles, produced when cosmic rays collide with Earth's atmosphere, constantly rain down on us. Some of them pass through stone, others are absorbed. By measuring how many muons reach certain points inside the pyramid, scientists can map out what's solid and what's empty. Think of it like an X-ray, but for a mountain. Then, in 2017, the announcement came. Published in the scientific journal Nature, the ScanPyramids team revealed the presence of a massive, unknown cavity above the Grand Gallery, a chamber stretching at least 30 meters long, possibly longer, hidden in the very heart of the structure. They called it the Big Void. This wasn't a crack, it wasn't a small pocket. It was a room the size of an airplane, hidden just above the most sacred central passageway of the pyramid. No one had ever entered it. No ancient text mentions it, and no existing theory had predicted its existence. Its purpose, unknown. Its content, still hidden. Speculation exploded. Was it a burial chamber? A secret storeroom? A passage used during construction? Or something else entirely? As the excitement around the Big Void was still unfolding, another revelation emerged. 2023, researchers confirmed the presence of another mysterious structura horizontal corridor, approximately 9 meters long, located just behind the original entrance on the north face of the pyramid. This space had been hinted at in earlier scans, but was confirmed when scientists inserted a micro-endoscope through a tiny crack between stones. What they saw was stunning. A pristine, perfectly carved passageway, never touched by human feet since the day it was sealed more than 4 millennia ago. Its ceiling bore the same distinctive chevron pattern used elsewhere in the pyramid to redistribute weight. But once again, questions surfaced. Why was it there? What was its function? Could it lead to another room? Another chamber? A hidden burial vault? Mainstream archaeologists offered cautious explanations. Some believed the voids might be structural, used to reduce the weight pressing down on the Grand Gallery or relieve stress from the massive stones above the entrance. This technique was known in ancient Egyptian architecture. Others, however, weren't so sure. Could the Big Void be a hidden sanctum? Perhaps a second symbolic burial chamber for Khufu's soul? Could it hold texts, relics, or architectural secrets long erased from history? And what of the corridor? If it serves only to redistribute weight, why is it sealed so deliberately, so precisely? Why does it show no signs of ever being used? These aren't baseless conspiracy theories. These are questions asked by Egypt's top archaeologists, physicists, and engineers, because the pyramid itself refuses to give clear answers. With the discovery of both the Big Void and the North Face corridor, fringe theories found new life. Some claimed the void could contain the mythical Hall of Records, said to preserve the wisdom of Atlantis. Others suggested hidden technology, metallic sarcophagi, or even celestial maps etched into the walls. Social media exploded with unverified radar scans, bizarre images, and clickbait headlines. One viral story claimed there was an entire underground city beneath the pyramids, stretching over a kilometer into the earth. But Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities quickly stepped in. Zahi Hawass himself, former Minister of Antiquities, denounced the reports. "There is no evidence," he said bluntly. "No radar, no excavations, and no science behind these claims." Even the team behind ScanPyramids stressed caution. What they had found was real, but its meaning remained a mystery. And so, the question remains, what now? Will the Egyptian government authorize an excavation into the void? Will a robotic probe be sent into the corridor? Can Muon detectors be improved enough to create detailed, high-resolution scans of the entire pyramid? Or will the secrets remain sealed, buried beneath stone, preserved by the hands of ancient architects who may have intended these mysteries to last forever? The answers, for now, remain elusive. But one thing is certain: the Great Pyramid is not finished speaking. For every answer we find, it gives birth to more questions. For every stone we scan, it reveals another behind it. And as science and technology advance, so too does our ability to unravel the ancient whispers of the past. The discovery of the Big Void and the North Face Corridor didn't just make headlines, it rippled through the global scientific community. For decades, the Great Pyramid had been studied with the same sets of tools: physical excavation, architectural analysis, and historical documentation. But now, disciplines like particle physics and cosmic ray science had entered the field. This merging of archaeology and advanced physics sparked new collaborations. Institutions that had never before worked on ancient monuments like high-energy particle labs in Japan. France and the United States were now helping decode one of humanity's oldest mysteries. For many scientists, the pyramid became more than a monument. It became a proving ground for technology that could one day be used to scan volcanoes, nuclear reactors, or even collapse cities buried beneath centuries of Earth. Egypt, meanwhile, was thrust once again into the international spotlight, not because of conflict or tourism, but because of scientific wonder. Museums, universities, and research institutes around the world began funding more advanced scanning missions. Egyptologists were invited to speak at physics conferences, and physicists suddenly found themselves being asked to interpret history. This wasn't just a discovery, it was a revolution in how we uncover the ancient past. So where does that leave us now? Even as new voids and corridors are confirmed, the truth is that we've only just scratched the surface. Less than 15% of the Great Pyramid has been fully explored using modern imaging tools. The internal map remains incomplete. Some scholars now believe there may be dozens of unknown cavities or passages, perhaps, even beneath the pyramid, waiting to be found. There is also growing pressure to revisit older theories. Some researchers argue that the layout of the pyramid, including these newly discovered voids, may correspond with celestial alignments or solar cycles. Could the Big Void have had a symbolic purpose tied to the stars? Was it part of a ritual unseen by modern eyes? Others are turning to digital modeling, recreating the pyramid virtually block by block in an effort to simulate how it was built. And what secrets might lie within the blank spaces we still cannot access? But perhaps the most important lesson of these discoveries is this: the past is not as silent as we thought. The Great Pyramid, once seen as a closed chapter in human history, is very much alive with stories still to tell, mysteries still intact, and walls that continue to whisper secrets across the millennia. If you're fascinated by the ancient world and the power of discovery, make sure to subscribe to Decoding History and Science. Comment your thoughts below. What do you think lies inside the Big Void? What secrets has Khufu's pyramid kept hidden for over 4 millennia? Don't forget to like, share, and turn on notifications, because the story of the Great Pyramid is far from over, and we will be here when the next chapter begins.